Hello and welcome to Monday Night Raw. My name, of course, is your host, Tubby Emu. Jam-packed show. What a Monday Night Raw we have for you. In the opening contest, it has major implications as Titus O'Neil, the #1 contender, is set to face Wade Barrett at Money in the Bank. However, our opening contest, the $1 Million Championship Match, it will be Dean Ambrose taking on Dolph Ziggler. The winner of this match is guaranteed a title shot opportunity at the pay-per-view. Now, what does this mean? Titus O'Neil was already guaranteed a #1 contendership. Where do we go from here? Let's go live right now. As here we are at Monday Night Raw. We have Justin Roberts. Unfortunately, I cannot hear what Justin Roberts is saying. If you guys remember, last week these two went at it. Dolph Ziggler was able to steal it with a roll-up pin after Dean Ambrose the previous week screwed him in a match that would have guaranteed him a #1 contendership. We've had so many #1 contenders in this string since No Way Out. I have no words to describe what is going on. All I can tell you is the Money in the Bank ladder match, the four other matches that are on the card tonight, will be huge. The Money in the Bank cannot be stressed enough. And also just announced, yes, Cody Rhodes will face Randy Orton in a Money in the Bank qualifier. And here he comes, the $1 Million champion, Dean Ambrose. Now, this is champion's advantage. If Dolph Ziggler wants to win, he must win by pinfall or submission. He does not gain the title by DQ or countout. That is very, very important to note going into this. If he does not win, what does this mean for Dolph Ziggler? Where does he go next? I could not think of a better way to start off Monday Night Raw than the contest between these two, Dolph Ziggler, Dean Ambrose, for the $1 Million Championship. No words can describe this. Last week, he was able to steal by a roll-up pin. Will it happen this week? $1 Million Championship for that title opportunity at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Here we go. Dolph Ziggler versus Dean Ambrose. What a great way to start off the show here in WWE. Dean Ambrose starting off good as he reverses a big super kick there by Dolph. Dolph was trying to steal it early. I think if he hit that super kick, would have caught Dean by surprise. Could have had one of the quickest championship matches that we have seen. Now, for those of you guys who are wondering, what is the $1 Million Championship? Maybe you're just now tuning in. You have no idea what it is. The $1 Million Championship is the secondary title on Monday Night Raw. Now, that title can be used at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view for a guaranteed championship opportunity. It's similar to the Money in the Bank, except it can only be used at the pay-per-view, not anytime. As these two go at it, Dolph's beating him down in the corner. It looks like Dolph's got the upper hand early in this match. As you guys can see, Dolph looking to put physical punishment on him. It was Dean Ambrose 2 weeks ago that would screw Dolph Ziggler out of that chance. It seemed like he was well in control of Antonio Cesaro when a screw job would take place of sorts. Dean had a problem with Dolph Ziggler. He said he complained, he bitched, he moaned. He took advantage of a defenseless Antonio Cesaro after one hell of a match, but then later on in the night when he faced Wade Barrett and was put through a table, he couldn't take his loss like a man, and to Dean, that was an injustice. As Dean looks to settle the score to go on. Wouldn't it be a doozy if these guys decided not to go for the championship and had a match on pay-per-view? As these guys seem to be messing up a little bit right there as Dean trying to get a running clothesline and is going to hit it on Dolph Ziggler here. As both of these guys are vying for this championship opportunity, this is the opening contest for Monday Night Raw. I think that's when I should have sent it to commercial break, but I don't have commercial breaks as another big side slam there from Dean Ambrose. Is Dean looking to make Dolph Ziggler tap? I don't think he's done enough personally to finish him off here, as he's just going to let go of the hold. Dean, since coming out in the scene with a Shield last year, has been absolutely dominant. When he won the $1 Million Championship, you couldn't believe his reaction. Dean finally happy. He ascended. He knew he had a guaranteed championship opportunity. All he had to do was hold it for one more pay-per-view. And tonight, This is the last night. All he has to do is hold on to the title in some way, shape, or form. Championship advantage. As Dolph Ziggler seems to be giving everything these guys. There's so much on the line. You could almost consider this a WWE Championship match in a way. As Dean, Dolph both look to be top guys in the company here in WWE. They weren't recognized for their talents in the actual WWE. Tubby recognizes their importance as Dean looks to hit a big move there, but unfortunately Dolph hadn't got up yet. Dean seemed to misjudge it. Big running. That could be it right there on the outside. There is not much padding. Face first. Ziggler with a famouser. Can Dolph get him back in the ring? As Dolph is able to easily roll out of the way. As Dean doesn't seem too happy. Nice reversal there from Dean Ambrose. And he's going to go grounded pound. He's going to bring him to the mat. Big shots to the head on Dolph Ziggler. Now, if I was Dean Ambrose, the show-off, I would weaken his quads. I would go after those legs. Keep Dolph Ziggler from getting that pace faster. As Dolph's going for a pin. One, kicking out at one there from Dean Ambrose. I think if you can slow the pace down, it favors Dean Ambrose, who is a more methodical, who is a more, I can't even describe it. Dean Ambrose will look to the show-off. I don't know if this is a smart idea. This may cost him, as Dolph is trying to show off in the middle of the ring, and that's going to catch him. But Dolph is able to reverse it. And then Dean Ambrose finish it off with a running clothesline. As these guys are going at it on Monday Night Raw, I remind you guys, if you could leave a like, it would highly be appreciated. I unfortunately cannot check Nielsen's TV stats for ratings, and this is the best way I can do it, as Dean now looks to make him tap. Dolph Ziggler looking to make Dean Ambrose tap here on Monday Night Raw, and Dean is able to break out of it, but you got to watch out. Dolph Ziggler has got that big DDT. How many times have we seen him use that big DDT and win with it? There it is, Dolph Ziggler with the big DDT. This one could be over. It's how we beat him last week after a roll-up pin. One. No, Dean Ambrose kicks out at one. Dolph Ziggler going for the sleeper hold. Dolph Ziggler, this could be it. Dolph Ziggler sleeper hold. He's got it locked in. He's going to make him tap. He's going to make him tap. Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose has tapped. Dolph Ziggler winning the championship. I am speechless right now. He has got the $1 million championship. Who will he go on to face at Money in the Bank? Right now, we know that Titus O'Neil is currently challenging Wade Barrett for the WWE title. So if I'm Wade, what am I thinking here? I'm Wade Barrett. I know I have two guys potentially that are guaranteed an opportunity at my title. As you can see, Dolph celebrating with the $1 million championship is able to finish off Dean Ambrose here. Where does he go from here? Does he actually cash it in? Does Dolph want the championship? Is the WWE Championship what Dolph desires? I am speechless. I am stunned. Let's go into the next match. The next match of the evening is a Money in the Bank qualifier. It is Randy Orton taking on Cody Rhodes. The winner of this match gets in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I cannot wait for this one. It is going to be a good one. Also later on in the night, we're going to have a tag team battle. Now, this tag team battle will be between Titus O'Neil, Wade Barrett, Mark Henry, and Antonio Cesaro, the two men that will face each other this Sunday. It is Mark Henry taking on Antonio Cesaro at the pay-per-view. Now, at the pay-per-view, when these two face off, Antonio Cesaro swore he had what it takes to swing Mark Henry. Mark Henry was not so sure. He told Antonio that you could not swing me. You may be the strongest man right now in the WWE, but I am the world's strongest man, and he looks to prove that at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. The question is, can Cesaro hit the big move? If Cesaro is not able to hit that big maneuver, words can only describe. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it to him. I honestly don't. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes down to it, can Cesaro hit that big swing on Mark Henry. Words can only describe. Personally, I don't think he can. I don't think he has what it takes to hit that big move on him. We're going to have to wait and see. The only question is, where does Titus O'Neil go from here? How big of a heartbreak would that be after Titus O'Neil wins the #1 championship only to lose it due to Dolph Ziggler cashing in his title? Words have I can't describe it right now here. And let's go live right now. It is Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. This is a Money in the Bank qualifier. Let's jump right into the match here. As you guys can see, Randy Orton will take on Cody Rhodes. Here we go. Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton looking to go at it. Money in the Bank qualifier, but Cody Rhodes takes out the referee. Cody Rhodes. Here comes Dolph Ziggler. The show-off, Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler with a zigzag. Zigzag on Randy Orton. What is he doing? He hit a zigzag on Randy. Why would he hit a zigzag on Randy? Was he not going after Wade Barrett's WWE Championship? 3. Cody Rhodes has beat Randy Orton. Cody Rhodes has done it. He has beat him. This just in, Dolph Ziggler will face Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank because of the beating. I'm being told right now that Dolph Ziggler chose Randy Orton because of the beating last week after his match when he bum rushed the ring and hit him with that championship in the back of the head. I am speechless right now. I thought he would have gone for the WWE Championship. He's switching it up here. I have no words to describe it. It says Cody Rhodes was able to make his way in. It is time for the main event of the evening. It is a tag team contest. Titus O'Neil as the #1 contender. What happens here? Where do we go from here? Titus and Wade. I am speechless. Control partner. Absolutely, we should control the partner. That's exactly what we should be doing here in our main event. Now, honestly, as we go into this pay-per-view, I don't know if words can describe the level of this. You have two major superstars colliding here tonight. Only time is going to tell, and here we go. Monday Night Raw main event. Let's go. Now, Antonio Cesaro and Titus O'Neil teaming up against Mark Henry and Wade Barrett here tonight. Now, Wade has missed last week after the low blow suffered from Titus O'Neil after he faced Titus O'Neil and beat him. There is the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. And we'll skip the entrances. I don't think you guys really need to see him. And here comes the WWE Champion, Wade Barrett.
And his tag team partner.
Doesn't that just look right? Wade Barrett is the WWE Champion after beating Dolph Ziggler in a controversial tables match. They faced each other at No Way Out and at the No Way Out pay-per-view. After Dolph had successfully won the title after cashing in Money in the Bank on Antonio Cesaro, the show-off would go to put out a challenge. Wade Barrett would accept it, and Wade Barrett would beat Dolph Ziggler. I don't know if I have words to describe it. It was a crazy finish as Dolph seemed to have reversed it, but the referee ruled that Wade Barrett's momentum is what caused him to go through the table. As what is Big Show and Mark Henry are rushing the ring. What is Big Show and Randy Orton doing? Allowing Wade Barrett and Mark Henry to get the upper hand here. I have no words to describe what is going. Why are they bum rushing the ring? What are they trying to gain here? Is Randy's obviously got to be pissed that he's got a championship match and is trying to take out any #1 contender that he possibly can. But the question is, why was Big Show out here? What does Big Show have to do with any of this? Actually, I think Big Show is a SmackDown superstar along with Randy Orton. What are they doing here on Monday Night Raw as the match that people have requested? As what is Wade doing? Wade's taking out Mark Henry. Wade is taking out Mark Henry, and he is leaving. Ladies and gentlemen, the WWE Champion, 6 nights before the pay-per-view, has left. He has left Mark Henry on his own, and it seems like it'll be a 2-on-1. Antonio Cesaro, Titus O'Neil gonna get their hands on Mark Henry as Antonio's looking to get tagged in. Here he goes. Antonio, the guy he'll face at Money in the Bank. It seems like Wade Barrett has ditched him. Wade Barrett has ditched Mark Henry in the main event. Titus O'Neil, what does this mean for Titus? As Titus O'Neil here in the WWE, his very first title opportunity in the match right before the pay-per-view, his opponent gets up and leaves. What is next for Titus? What does Titus do here? If I'm Titus, do I chase after? Do you chase after Wade Barrett in this situation? He is nowhere to be found as Antonio and Mark are just going at it here in the ring. Really, it's just become a 2-on-1 handicap match. And this has got to be unfair to Mark Henry, but I wonder if this could be as a result of the beatdown. I wonder if Wade wasn't happy with the fact that Big Show and Randy Orton came out and got in their business. Maybe Wade wants to be a fighting champion. I have no words to describe it as we get a 2-on-1 here on Mark Henry. These guys look to beat the crap out of him as Mark is holding his own here against Antonio Cesaro. Maybe we'll see the big swing tonight. Could we possibly see the big swing from Antonio Cesaro? As it looks like no. These guys are just going to beat down Mark Henry. Where's he going? Titus O'Neil seems to be leaving the ring. He's looking for a weapon. 1 week away from the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Antonio Cesaro looks to push away his partner here. Oh, he's going to use a chair on him. Titus O'Neil with a big DDT on Mark Henry. That is over. The referee has called this one by DQ. Mark Henry. Antonio Cesaro, Titus O'Neil getting the best of Mark Henry before the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. So much controversy on one episode of Monday Night Raw. Dolph Ziggler looks to face Randy Orton at Money in the Bank for the World Heavyweight Championship. Maybe Randy shouldn't have got in the business of Dolph Ziggler. He should have stayed out of his way. He had to get his nose in there. Dolph will cash in the $1 Million Championship against Randy Orton. Also at the pay-per-view, Wade Barrett versus Titus O'Neil. And we do have a Money in the Bank qualifier. Here we go. Let's see. Rey Mysterio, Roman Reigns, Big Show. It's going to be a great one. I can't wait for it, guys. Make sure to pound that like button. And until next time, we will see you all.